Hi guys, welcome back to the Cocktails and Culture podcast with myself, Brigethia Arai.
And I'm Benjamin Coy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh my God.
I didn't go long this time. Hello, how y'all feeling? How you doing?
I'm good. You know, I'm just chugging along, you know. That's
just
all I
chugging
can do.
along, taking it one day at a time, because sometimes that's all you can do.
No, seriously. It's been a journey.
And that counts for something. As long as you keep waking up, keep showing up, y'all. Listen, we are preaching to ourselves right now, but we're doing it together.
We are. And we're happy to be here.
And we're happy to
Thank
be
God
here.
we're here. You know, that's what matters the most.
Yes, y'all. Okay. Wow, I'm about to cry because we just celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Yay.
2 years of the Cocktails and Culture podcast. 2 years of your libation legends. 2 years of the welcome back jingle. Wow, what a time.
I can't believe it's been really 2 years.
No,
that's actually kind of crazy.
It feels like it went by so quickly.
It
2
did.
years, 3 seasons. Ooh, wait till we get to our 100th episode. We should start planning for that, actually. We'll do a big to-do.
Because we have to really look into how many episodes we have so far.
Yeah. I can give you that number.
Yeah. I think it's about, I feel like it's like 30-something. Maybe
30?
40. Because we've had about 10 episodes every
probably,
season.
Yeah, probably close to 40. Yeah, we're almost there.
We're almost there. 100 episodes is crazy. Okay, I can't wait to get there.
Listen, y'all be there with us, of course. So make sure you follow us everywhere on social: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're not on Facebook. I don't know. Yeah. Follow us.
I don't know where we at. He just
and be a part of our journey to 100.
Yes. And make sure, definitely comment below and let us know some of your favorite episodes, some of your favorite moments over the past 2 years. We are so grateful that you guys always tune in and just interact with us and share all of our content and comment. Like, we appreciate all of the interaction and engagement. Absolutely. So congrats to 2 years.
Shout out to us and thank y'all. Cheers. Okay, so y'all, we have a very special guest today. We're so excited to welcome Lynne Lucas. And I'm going to give you just a little bit about this amazing individual we have with us today. So Lynne Lucas is a seasoned technology leader with over 25 years of experience in the software development industry. For the past 6.5 years, she has leveraged her expertise as a senior technical program manager at Amazon Web Services, or AWS. Lynne's career trajectory is a testament to her dedication to the field. Prior to AWS, she honed her skills at industry giants like Earthlink, UPS, Home Depot, and Wordplay. Her academic background is equally impressive. I love that. Lynne holds an associate's in computer science, a bachelor's degree in computer information science, coupled with an MBA focused on information technology and international business.
Period.
Let's pause there.
Girl.
Okay. We love bringing on decorated people. Okay. And she is just one of the ones that we have. Okay. Decorated. So yes, we love that. Beyond her technical credentials, Lynne is a passionate advocate for empowering others. She actively contributes to the United Way VIP program and mentors other tech professionals through both AWS's Black Employee Network and Year Up. She's also passionate about global travel and her personal style, which I cannot wait to get into because, honey, she looks amazing. Okay. She's also passionate about global travel and her personal style, whose eclectic nature reflects both her travels and love of technology. Help us welcome Lynne Lucas.
Yes. Thank you for that intro. That's amazing.
Thank you. I mean, you're the one that
so
we just read it.
We were just ready, honey. How are you feeling?
Dude, yes. How are you feeling?
I'm good. That seems so accomplished, and I'm like, I'm just a nerd. Just a little nerd working in tech.
Yeah, I feel that, but it is. I always say it's so important to hear your things.
Right. It's so weird to hear it though.
It is very weird to hear.
That's me.
It's like I did that.
Yeah, very weird. Just a little youngin' from Buffalo, New York.
Yes, you are from Buffalo. I remember that. Because I'm from Syracuse.
Oh, we got some native New Yorkers.
Yes. Love that. Love that.
Yes.
Well, you look amazing. We love the outfit.
I love your glasses. I was going to wait to say it later, but I'm in love with them, and I actually want them.
Thank you.
So if they go missing,
I know where to look.
Right. So this is a Cocktails and Culture podcast, and we always have us a good cocktail or a mocktail if you're not drinking, but we have a cocktail today.
We have a cocktail.
Yes.
Well, today, y'all, we are in honor of our 2-year anniversary.
Yes.
2-year anniversary. We have changed our name from Cocktails and Culture to Champagne and Culture.
We love champagne.
Joke. But yes, y'all, we're keeping it classic today. And instead of a cocktail, we just have a simple glass of champagne. I love a little Prosecco. So I guess cheers to that.
Have a little cheers to that.
So whatever you're drinking, cheers to it with us.
So we do a segment in our show called What Are You Streaming? So this is anything like a podcast, if a book you're reading, a TV show, anything that you are currently like so into that you want to tell our audience about.
Oh my gosh, it's so dark, but I love it. True Detective, the latest season.
Okay.
I love it. It is dark. About murders in Alaska, but two strong female leads. One of the leads is indigenous, which we don't see very often.
Love it.
And it's a very compelling story. So yes, that's what I'm streaming right now.
Oh wait, is this a series or it's just like the documentary?
It's
style?
a series. Yeah, fictional. But I love the indigenous character in particular. Like she really delivers. Like she acts her face off. So I
Where's it streaming?
Max, and it's been on. Like it's old, it's not new, but I'm watching it because it's just so compelling right now.
Okay. I might have to get into it, but you know, I gotta watch that in the daytime.
You do. You definitely have to watch it in the daytime.
I don't like scary stuff. I like a little suspense, but not like too dark, like too scary.
It's mostly suspense, but there are some scenes, a couple of scenes that are pretty gory.
Okay,
just 1 or 2.
I
don't mind a little.
Daytime.
It depends.
The sun is out. Then watch Disney Channel afterwards.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
To max it out.
Exactly. And her love interest is a hottie, so.
Oh, well, that's always good.
Even better.
Right, even better.
Yeah.
What you watching, Brigethia?
I've been feel like I need a little nostalgia these days. Okay. So I have been streaming Mob Wives from a year back. Me and my friend are actually doing it together. And it's just been so funny to watch it now as like an actual adult, because I feel like when it came out before, it was like 20. I was like a teenager. Like I was like 17 or something like that, maybe 18. And it's like to watch it back now on certain things that I didn't really like pay attention to or really understand, and it was kind of funny to watch it back now and how ridiculous it is.
Yes.
But I always say, like, compared to the other reality shows, these women are true, straight up. Like, Drita was fighting big, small, tall, anybody. And she was, like, maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. Drita will fight like a grown man. Like, and they wasn't just fighting now. But, you know.
But not scripted and minimal production.
It was very
it was
raw.
Very real.
And, like, and you really get to see their lives. Like, people think they be in the hood, like in the streets and stuff and all that, but they really be like, it really be for real. Yeah. So yeah, I've been like catching up on that, and that has been just fun to like watch that back. So I've been enjoying that. What about you then?
Well, in the same vein, I have been rewatching The Real Housewives of DC. Actually, were just put back on Peacock or back on streaming. Okay. So I watched that, which. Very interesting season. This is the precursor to Potomac. So this happened this was recorded in 2008. I think it premiered in 2010. It was very different. Only 11 episodes, but unlike the Housewives now, it like covered a full year. Like we literally saw Christmas to Christmas, and then even a little bit after that. But the big gag of the season is actually transcended the show itself. One of the housewives broke into the state dinner where President Obama not broke in, but like she crashed the party.
Crashed the party.
Yeah. So like watching it, obviously when that happened, maybe I was in elementary school, so I'm oblivious in the same way that you were, like you were alluding to. I was oblivious to all this that was going on. So like seeing like how big this became was on SNL. It was in like the real news was like, oh, this is like hilarious. And then also seeing DC, how it hasn't changed much. Funny. Well, something. Well, that's subjective. But I saw a lot of the things that I would see now. So yeah, that was.
I never watched Housewives of DC before.
You should. It's just one season because of the crash. They
canceled.
Well, yeah. Yes and no. It was so embarrassing to the production company that they were like, oh, we're not doing this again.
Gotcha.
And then 6 years later, we get Potomac.
And it was very different.
Very different. Very different, but some of the same, like, etiquette, DC themes.
Yeah.
We're still there.
Same, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we don't do this in DC. We don't do this in Potomac. It's very the same thing.
I lived in Atlanta back then. I remember thinking that compared to Atlanta, it was pretty dry.
Okay, yes.
But it's because the etiquette things were very different from Atlanta.
Yeah. I seen something on social yesterday, and it was saying how charade was such a huge part of Atlanta, especially the first couple seasons, because people always like obviously say Nene and all that, but like Sheree was that girl in Atlanta when it first started in Housewives, and like even outside of the show, like she was just the one, like the real housewife with the money at the house and like all of that, and other girls were just like no, like she was putting everybody on, she was connecting people to this and this and this and this, and I was like, people don't give Sheree enough credit for this. I'm like, I
guess Sheree was like the center of it, right?
Yeah,
like,
she kind of brought people together. Yeah.
I remember thinking DC, they really had money compared to New Money in Atlanta. DC staff,
I definitely think
DC's
they do.
Cast.
Yeah.
I always thought that they were like, these are old money folks. Like they've been.
Definitely.
No, when they first started.
When they first started.
No shade to the girls now. We love y'all down.
Well, Atlanta is also, no shade y'all, but Atlanta in general.
Atlanta is New Money.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you mean the cast or the people there?
Well, just in general, I feel like a lot of people in Atlanta, they look like they have money, but they don't really got no money, and that's just the truth. You know, not everybody, but a lot of people in Atlanta are like that. Like it's all for show.
I love you, babe.
And
but
the
you're
people
not gonna have the ATLians coming after me.
Listen, my family live there. It is what it is. Like people in Maryland and DC really be having money for real. Like they really have money. Even like when I watch Beverly Hills, like them people really have money. Like for real.
Chartering jet flights.
Yes,
having
like
their own jet, like
or their own yacht,
own yacht.
The tax
bracket or a yacht and a jet.
Right.
Everything.
And that's
a summer, winter, spring, and fall house.
Yes. Yes. We love it, but we love y'all, Lynne. Y'all know we love y'all. We love y'all, but
clean that back on up. I've always loved you, ATL.
So, how did you get started in tech?
So, arguably, I took coding classes in high school and didn't love it and like dropped out and went off and did other things for like 10, 15, 20 years. And then I was working in an office doing boring stuff, and we were doing Y2K prep. And the network admin took a liking to me, like he thought I was cute. So my computer crashed. He switched out a dumb term. You familiar with the dumb terminal? It's a terminal that does nothing but like, it's a green screen. So you can only do data entry. There's no internet access or anything.
Okay.
He switched out to a regular computer because he wanted to be able to talk to me on Yahoo Messenger.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Catch it.
And most of the time when he was talking to me, we were talking about the industry and working in tech. He was like, you really are too smart to be doing this data entry for a little bit of money. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't a lot of money. He was like, you should get into computers. You should come do what I do. And this is how much money I make. And I saw the trappings that came with it, nice clothes, drove a Benz, had a nice house. I'm like, oh, okay. And I went back to school and it kind of took it from there. But yeah, that was kind of the start. Yeah. Also, I was doing a incoming call center gig and got cussed out by a customer.
Ooh.
And
no thank you.
And my boss was like, log off because you've had a time. And I found an internship that led to the UPS gig that day. Sometimes I'm like, it's God or fate, because there's no way that was an accident. So,
right.
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah, God is really ordering your steps.
He did. There was some bumps and stuff along the way, but yeah. And I did get a couple of degrees and all that. I shouldn't say crap. The credentials that you read off, like I did all that stuff too, but a lot of it was just fate.
Yeah. I love that.
He places you where you need
to be.
He really does.
And sometimes we don't understand that until you look back and you see the full picture, and it's like, oh, that's why I had to go through that.
And sometimes your folks, like your people who really love you, they're not gonna have the vision for you, because
that's true.
Along the way, I was dating a guy, and I was like, I'm going back to school to get my degree. He was like, no, you're not. I'm not going to let you. I'm like,
hang up on you.
Not in the move.
Not in the move.
No. And we tussled about it for quite a while, actually. And I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. And did. So sometimes you can't let the people that have your best interests at heart prevent you from the things that God has ordered for you. So.
Okay. So on social media these last few years, there has been so much talk about working in tech, specifically Black in tech. What is your opinion on the recent social influx?
I wish there were more of us. I'm really sick of being the only one in the room, really, like, to my core. And it doesn't matter where the room is. This isn't just my current gig or my current situation. That's been the case for my entire career. And I always thought by the time I got to this point that wouldn't be the thing, that we would have more folks join us in whatever capacity. There's so many roles in tech: marketing, graphic design, front-end development, back-end development, strategy, machine learning, AI, cybersecurity, whatever the specialization that you want to take up, there's a role. Like, if you want to be in fashion and work in tech, there is a role for you.
Yeah.
But barriers to entry. And it helps to have somebody that looks like you on the other side of the interview table, or in recruiting, or in administration in colleges encouraging students to take up these majors, or talking about the options that we offer. And very often we're not in those roles either.
Yeah.
So that part is, can I curse?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's hella frustrating.
Yeah.
Because again, in 90, whenever, golly, I'm so old. In 92, when I started, me being the only one in the room, fine, like, I get it. But in 2024, especially since there's plenty of folks in other roles, we should talk about that too. Because there's a lot of folks in sales, and sales is very lucrative. There's like really large commissions. But sometimes I'm like, if we want to control the direction of AI so that we don't have issues with the way AI queries are written, or the way AI is generated, or mistakes in how AI is used, we have to be on the back end doing the engineering stuff. And there's not enough of us doing the engineering stuff either. So when I do speaking engagements or mentor, like, that's my whole, like, please come write code. And I know people aren't going to necessarily adopt you. They're not necessarily going to be friendly. You're going to face challenges. Sometimes you're going to be the only. Like, reach out to your greater network. Go back to your colleges and get your folks to help you. But come write code.
Yes.
Be an engineer. Control the direction that these segments within the tech industry are headed. That's my little, that's probably not my only little spiel. That's a piece of my little spiel.
No, I love that. I feel like that's such a huge, but I feel like that's so true in so many different industries and stuff too. And it's like, we need more of us in these spaces so we can help navigate these conversations and really change the narrative of the conversations. And speaking of AI, like, AI scares me. I mean,
it does.
It's pretty scary. Like, it really is, to see people using pictures that's not even
close to what they look like.
Yeah.
And
I'm just like, what?
I told a friend, because I love my friend. I'm Gen X. I'm old Gen X too, like close to Boomer. My friends are falling for it. They'll see an AI picture. They're like, that's a real picture. I'm like, look at the hands, look at the feet, look at the ears. Right now, they can't render properly. But that's only the case in the immediate term. That's the scary part. When they get feet and hands and ears and details right, y'all gonna be messed up, because y'all gonna be falling for, like, and they don't look for AI in video. And it's the same way you can do pictures, you can do AI in video. And they're not questioning the things that they see every day. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't want you to be paranoid about the news or anything, but if you come across a TikTok or a reel or a video, don't assume just because it's a video that it's real, because those could be modified too. I could preach on this all day. Sorry.
No, seriously.
No, for real. And that's why I'm terrified of AI. Like, I have a friend that used to work in AI, and her thing was, we should think of it as the assistant that's doing the work that we feel is mundane, right? Yes, I agree with that. Of course, there's some things that AI can help with. Yes. When you get to the photos, distorting your voice,
or voices and stuff, that is scary.
That's crazy.
People saying that you saying
something. Wasn't that last Drake track AI assisted? And everybody thought it was just a regular.
Which one?
No. That was Kendrick's.
Don't start because that is an earworm that stays in my head in random times. I'll be in a meeting and
no, for real.
Yes.
What? Yeah, but it was different during the like back and forth. Yeah. It was like one of the songs or whatever. But it's terrifying. Just scary, and I feel like it's just because I have a client in tech right now, and like it's just I feel like every single day I'm just looking at stuff and articles, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. It's just it's so much.
The thing that balances it or offsets the fear for me is the fact that a lot of folks that work in tech are very thoughtful and responsible, and they don't want to use it in weird ways or ways that scare like the non-tech folks. And my hope and my thought is that will continue. But I still want folks of every marginalized community to be able to influence the direction and help drive strategy, which means we need more folks in tech to work in the AI and ML space.
Yes. So if y'all
ML is machine learning, by the way. If I use acronyms and y'all like, what did she talk about? Please stop me.
Let's take a pause. Because you said something earlier that I was like, in my head, I'm trying to turn around. Now, I know what Y2K means.
So in 99.
But what is Y2K prep?
In 99, we all thought that all the computers were going to die.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant.
At January 1st of 2000.
Okay.
So he was doing Windows operating system upgrades to prep for Y2K to ensure that, because the computers couldn't tell time to cross over from 99 to 0, which was it was crazy because they should have been prepping for that 10 years before. So he was working on Y2K prep, trying to get the operating systems upgraded to prep for that.
That's so funny how things change.
Yeah, I knew that everyone was in a tizzy thinking that the world was going to shut down. Yeah. But I just never heard. I guess I never heard the prep.
The prep. Paranoid
that
back
is hilarious,
then.
actually.
It was a very different time.
Yeah, that was so different.
Wait, so everyone was like running around like freaking out for real?
For like really freaking out for like we're going to lose and not for anything and not to scare folks. There's some systems that are still, anyway, keep going. Running on really old software. Really old software that they can't upgrade because the languages are dead and we don't have programmers that know it anymore. So we just write hooks on top of it. Again, this is all boring tech stuff. Keep going, sorry. I can talk about this stuff all day.
When it shut down.
Oh, Lord. Those people.
They migrate customers and folks onto newer systems slowly so that y'all are never known or impacted. But I've been in the war room when stuff failed, like why didn't we should have known this 3-4 years ago?
Right.
So, for customers and the outside world, everything is seamless. It's all sparkles and glitter and new features. And on the back end, it's duct tape and Band-Aids. And this is no shade to anybody I work for. I'm not speaking on behalf of any one company. I'm speaking in generalities for all of the companies that I've worked for and for the industry in general. I have to add that disclaimer so people don't think I'm talking about AWS specifically.
Period. Disclaimer.
This ain't got nothing to do
nothing to do with my current gig.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
This play is not about you.
I like what you're saying. I really think that we should try to encourage our viewers, if they are in school, they're trying to figure out what they want to do. I feel like
tech. Get in tech.
Right.
Please do.
Right.
Yes, please do. The bag is real.
Period. But y'all need to go into Be For Real, not just for the money, because these kids, they
heard the bag. They already signed up, baby.
Right, they heard the bag.
They already applied.
Please want to do the job, because people be being nurses and they just want the money, or they be doing our grandparents and mamas wrong.
They be a veneers assistant,
exactly,
a veneers technician.
No, for real. I know we chatted about this a little bit, but what does being a Black woman in tech mean to you? And what was kind of like your experience? I know you said you were kind of a lot of times in the room and it was just you. But what does that really mean to you?
The ability to drive strategy and to make impact, and then to both implicitly and explicitly, passively and aggressively change people's perception about what Black women in tech are supposed to look like. Because the course of my career, UPS, Home Depot, AT&T, WorldPay, and now AWS, I've always been red lipstick and heels. I've always been natural hair and pushing the envelope. I've worn suits and stuff to work, but I've also worn graphic tees. I wore this to work, graphic tees, and my locks or natural hair. I can curse, you said. I had a big ass afro at UPS and stayed like, can you wear that to work? Yes, and I'm here, and nobody's sending me home. So why are we talking about this? So pushing the envelope of what that's supposed to look like, and then representing that way, bringing my whole authentic self to work, and then doing the work, which they're like, you're not, like, aren't you hearing a quota? I'm like, well, I got 3 degrees that say otherwise. But if you think I'm here for a quota, here's me delivering all this work that you're asking me to do that you think that we're not qualified to do. Yeah, I just did it.
Yeah. Right.
So now what?
Right.
So that part is important. For all of the other demographics too, because it's not, people think that tech is just white male dominated, which is partially true, but it's also very diverse. So you have folks from all other kinds of countries and all other demographics that you can pick. Mm-hmm. And they all have their own perception of what folks like us or like me or like us are supposed to do and what we look like. Mm-hmm. So if I walk in a room and just do my job, I don't necessarily have to sell what we're capable of. I just showed them what we're capable of. And that's also very important to me too. But I like to see us in all kinds of situations that they don't expect us. I love to see us in the marketing roles. Like if I come into a room and we might not be working on the engineering side, but I go in and the marketing, when I worked at UPS, a little bit at Home Depot too, but mostly at UPS, marketing directors were black. The creators were black, might have a black person in legal. I'm like, we here, all of us, they see us. So that is also very important to me too.
Yeah, community is number one, and being able to see yourself. When you're in your own style and you may not see people like you, but stepping out and knowing that you're still there is comforting.
Exactly.
Yeah. You mentioned about walking into the room as your full authentic self. It doesn't always start like that, though.
No.
And I can agree there. You know, walking in your room as your 100% self, it takes conversation. It takes it takes the know-how. So for you, what is that conversation with yourself when you got to the point where you were just going to be and do Lynne?
That is a great question. The first gig, to be clear, the first couple weeks I walked into UPS, I probably was a little more conservative than this. And I think after a couple weeks and I got comfortable, I came in wearing red lipstick and like a 2-strand twist out or something. And one of my peers was like, you know, you really don't look like a developer. Oh. And I was like, oh, so what does a developer look like? And then she took a long pause and I took a long pause. So everybody in the room got really uncomfortable. And then her boss was like, she means your lipstick. I'm like, oh, is that what it is? Because we could just go to talk to HR about it if you'd like. Yeah. I think at that point I acknowledged what I thought was happening, but also I didn't have to let that define me, and knew that this was going to probably be an ongoing conversation. Like that situation would come up multiple times. So it would change from moment to moment and scenario or situation to situation, and it would evolve like I evolve, like most of us evolve as a person. The look might be an afro or 2-strand twists and not even performative, just whatever I want to do in the moment, braids, a perm, a silk press, whatever. The gear might be a suit because I felt like wearing a suit that day, or it could be a graphic tee and jeans and t-shirt, which is what most tech folks wear anyway. Or it could be me putting full on with a whole corporate outfit and Louboutins and a banging purse just because I feel like it, and I want to destroy the stereotype that developers schlep to work. Because everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of them put on jeans, t-shirts, or sneakers. Some of us want to come in and flex.
Right.
So that part. But it's not just surface. It means if we go into a room and there's a disagreement about what we're about to do, some project that we're working on, some software that we're launching, I'm going to be able to express my opinion, and I expect my peers to respect my opinion because I'm a qualified individual in this room.
Right.
So sometimes it also looks like that, and I've gotten to many dust-ups, and they're like, are you really qualified to have this opinion? Like, why wouldn't I be?
Hello.
And after 25 years, that's still a conversation, and that's very frustrating also. I've had encounters with folks that I have more tenure than, more industry tenure and more company tenure, and have had to take them to HR. Like, this person needs coaching. This person needs to understand our HR policies. This person needs to be able to vet in interviews a little bit better. Like, I've had to sideline to undermine their thought process and the lens that they're looking at me from, but also ensure that it doesn't happen to anyone that's coming behind me, because that's also really important to me too. So being my authentic self at work is probably all of that and some other stuff. But that's the first things that come to mind.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love how you said that it can switch. Like, I can come in my street style, I can come in my heels and my suit. Like, we are multidimensional. Absolutely. Like, we don't have to look a certain way. If I want to wear my real hair one day, I will. If I want to wear weave, if I want to shave my head, if I can do what I want.
Each one I'm gonna look good.
Right. And as long as I do my job, don't worry about what I got on. It doesn't matter.
Well, it shouldn't even be a conversation.
Yeah. So with your illustrious career, how do you really balance, like, everything with just, because you're a mom, right?
The grown kids,
but still, I mean, they were obviously around when you were young in your career. So, like, how were you able to? And obviously, I don't know if there's a actual balance in life for real, because it doesn't seem like it. But we try though, right? So, how were you able to balance, like, motherhood and your career, and, like, how were you able to do that even now? I guess. Yeah.
Back then, I had a really great support system, but you had to carve it out from scratch. Some folks to help with the after-school care and babysitting, somebody to fill in if you had to work nights and weekends. I got my degrees working full-time as a mother in school. And that's not to encourage or discourage anybody. Like, I did what I had to do to make things happen.
Right.
But working full-time and then going straight to class and then getting home just barely to tuck kids in and spending hours studying was a lot to take on. So I built a really great support system of folks that help out with that. But they grown and old now. So the offset now, the balance is to do creative things. Like, my friends are like, what is with you on Instagram and Threads and TikTok? Like, why are you? I'm like, this is a way to express creativity and to balance the analytical, because nerds get in their head about stuff, and I can't do that when I'm not being a nerd. So I need something creative to balance all that. Yoga, meditation, aerial yoga over on U Street, which is fun. Hanging upside down will also correct your back.
Oh, I need to do that.
We were just talking about that.
No. Like, for real, if you invert and hang by the lower back, it decompresses that portion of your back that gets compressed from sitting all the time. It feels super yummy. And the Yoga Heights on U Street is awesome for that. Yoga Heights.
Okay, I'm going to look into that. I thought that was an important question to ask those, because even for myself, being, like, a young person in my industry, like, a lot of times, like, I either see people that are where I see myself, like, career wise, like, for instance, in my company or companies I've worked at. Some of them either don't have children or they do have children. Some are, like, no, not married, no kids, but they're super thriving in their career, or, like, it just really depends on the situation. So I think it's so important, regardless if you did it 20 years ago or whatever. I think that's super important, because a lot of times it's like, man, can I have everything? Can I have it all, or can I not? Or, like, what is that? Or not comparing yourself to others. You know what I'm saying? I think that's important.
That last part is the not comparing yourself to others is also key. You can have what you want. That having it all was a marketing line. They sold us in the 80s, and a lot of women got discombobulated and became out of balance as a result. I'm a feminist. I want women to do whatever they decide to do, but don't think that you have to do everything. And we make sacrifices. My daughter and I have a really great relationship. She's 40. I'm 58. I was a teen mom, just FYI. We have a really great relationship now, but there were some challenging years there. And sometimes she'll say stuff like, I wish you was doing what you're doing now when I was a kid, because we could have done, like, some other things back then. I can't change that, but I'm acknowledging that things would have been different. And I know I sacrificed my relationships because I was going to school, working, taking care of the kids. Something's got to give, so dating wasn't a thing for a while. It was a period of time when I made a conscious decision, like I'm going to focus on this thing and knock this out and then get back to that when I get over this hump.
Yes.
So just, I want women to understand that, yes, if you want it all, you can have it all, but a lot of times you have to make sacrifices and make conscious choices about those sacrifices and plan around that. Like, don't kill yourself or hurt yourself or like impact yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally in the process.
Just do it your way.
Do it your way. Yeah. And if you don't want to do all of it, you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
either.
whatever your way is.
Make a conscious decision. Yeah. I
love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, well, let's switch gears, y'all. Let's get into a little game. We're gonna play. Trend Alert. Hell yes or hell no. Okay, so Brigethia will show you some trends.
Okay.
And you let us know if you like them, if you don't, or what you like about them and what you don't like about them.
Okay. So the first trend is the tennis skirts and the like little balloon skirts.
You didn't have to show me because I've been looking at, but then I love them, but it's not for everybody.
Okay.
I've been seeing a
Look
lot
at the
of
balloon skirts. Okay, yes. We're on the same page.
They're super cute. I've been seeing a few booty cheeks out and about. Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Some of them are cute.
Yeah, some of them
In some situations, yes.
We know it was this post. I was like, "Are there gonna be any tennis skirts left for the tennis
No.
players?" I said, "It's not," because I bought them all. No,
none.
Baby,
I love the tennis
U.S.
skirts. I think it's
Open
so
has
cute.
to get their own tennis skirts.
Yes, because we bought the rest of them. Sorry.
I love them.
So the next one are sambas with the sambas I guess separately, and then also with the like soccer T-shirt vibes that everyone has been doing, like the Brazil shirts and like all of that.
I'm laughing because we both have ensembles right now. I love sambas.
Mm-hmm.
I love the soccer shirts. Do we have to be so on note? On the nose about it? Yeah.
I don't think so, but
I don't hate it, but do we have to be on the nose?
It's how you style it.
it's how you style it.
Very much so.
Because if you put it with a tennis skirt, then it breaks it up.
Yes.
No, that's true. Yeah, I probably wouldn't wear them both together because I feel like so many people wear them together. But I feel like the sambas definitely have always been around, but I feel like they have obviously come back up so much. And like now, lately, like everybody is wearing them in many different ways. But I love them. They're so comfortable.
Super comfortable.
Yeah.
And so the colorways are crazy.
Yeah. The colorways. Okay, so next is the Alaya ballerina flats. So it's like these flats, and obviously other brands are remaking them and for cheaper because they are like $1,000, I think.
Almond toe or the rounded ballet toe?
I think either one's, because I know there's like some other like ballet kind that's like pointy, like a little bit more pointy or something like that. But is it like a trend, or is it like is that sustainable?
It's like I feel like it's a standard because so many people wear them, and I've seen quite a few ladies bringing them back, wearing them to work. I've seen a lot of Tory Burch. And I thought people had put that back in the
like the Tory Burch slides and stuff.
The Tory Burch the ballet flats.
Oh, I don't like those ones. I like Tory Burch, but I don't like the
not the
flats.
Yeah.
I don't like a flat.
Yeah, I don't like the flats. Ben hates flats. I'm like, girl, everybody can't wear 6-inch heels, baby.
Cannot.
So
wait a minute.
Especially the ones that have ribbons on them. That they like lace up. Oh, I hate those.
Yeah. Okay, so
I think the Alaya ones are cute, but I wouldn't personally buy the ones from Alaya.
Thank you.
Because who's spending $1,000 on some flats?
Not it.
Baby. It ain't gonna work.
Not it. What about a kitten?
Oh, we're gonna talk about kittens. That's the next
Let's
one.
just go to that
Okay,
one.
sorry.
Okay.
No, it's okay. The pointed toe kitten heel, specifically with like everyone's wearing them with like wide leg pants or jeans or whatever. So what are your thoughts about that?
I like them I love that for them. I wouldn't. I wouldn't, but I love that. Listen, it's so easy. I can't get rid of this. The gray hair is not going anywhere. So I'm really conscious about, I'm just saying. So I'm really conscious about looking matronly or homely. And it's a lot of trends.
I knew that's where you were going.
Exactly. Like there's a lot, like I can't do like small floral prints because it looks very moo-moo and I'm not trying to look like a golden girl.
Okay.
I can't do the kitten heels because again, that's very, yeah, like they always expect that from women over a certain age.
Well, the young girls are wearing kittens now, though.
I love that for them. Yeah, like on them.
For them.
You know,
it's not shade.
Ben hates the kitten heel.
It's not,
you know what?
Shade.
I do not like the kitten heel at all. But what I will say, when you say the kitten heel with the wide leg pants,
that's the only way.
Where the
I
pants
personally
that the
cover,
pants cover the heels.
Yes,
I can get into that because then it's just for the look. It's just for the look. The ponytail look. But
the heel. I would never wear them with like a skirt, like a little short skirt. Like
them cute.
No, that is not gonna work for me. But I think if it's a wide leg pant and you can't see and it's like a pump, but maybe the heel is not as tall, I feel like it's cute because the point is the point is the point. Now I don't know about no other shit.
You want to highlight the kitten heel. No, keep that, please.
Oh, okay. The hair bows. So a lot of the girls are wearing the little hair bows. You hate them?
I hate them.
They went with the tennis skirts.
I love a cute little hair bow. Well, with the tennis skirt, it depends on how you pair it.
I don't know if I would wear it, but I think it's like, it's okay.
I could see you with a little hair bow.
It's a bit of whimsy.
Yeah.
It works for some.
You have to be in the certain for them.
Yeah, I don't know if that's my personal vibe, but I think I've seen other girls do it with the skirts and stuff. It's cute, but it's not like I'm girly, but I'm not like that girly to wear a bow.
It very much depends on how you style. Because as soon as you said it in my head, I'm like, the look, it says 12-year-old because of the way a lot of
it'd be kind of cute. I don't know. They be having like the little ponytail, like the little high ponytail with the little. I don't know. Okay, last the oversized trousers. So recently, I don't know if you saw, but Drake went viral for those pants, and everyone has been talking about that.
Is it Jingo jeans from like the 90s? The extra. They're wide enough to look like a skirt. Oh, that's horrible. What?
We were saying they weren't tailored good enough.
Oh, are they short at the end?
No, they're flooding his shoes.
Yeah. They could have been more tailored in the waist and hips. Yeah. And then I'm glad that they're not the jeans that I was thinking of. Yeah. Which your viewers not gonna have a frame of reference. These were like extra wide leg jeans that fell off people in like the 90s.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're not those. I'm glad they're also not that Steve Harvey 27-piece suit wide legs.
Steve.
But I'd need them to be a little more fitted in the waist and hips.
Yeah, I agree. I love it. I love a wide leg trouser.
Yeah,
me too.
Actually,
yeah. See,
but yeah. They have to either be fitted correctly or they fit correctly or for it to make the most sense.
All right. Well, speaking of fashion, we know that you are a big fan of fashion and styling, obviously. So where or who do you get your style from?
Everybody. I buy everybody. Everywhere. Yes. On the street, on Instagram, in real life. Mm-hmm. I saw a coworker with Sambas months ago, and I was like, those are kind of cute. And then they just kind of stuck in my head, and I'm like, I'm getting a pair. And then one pair turned into 3. Mm-hmm. I was in Atlanta. We went to a graduation. This sister had on an amazing plaid skirt boho situation with a polka dot top. It was mix and matching, and another pair of Sambas and a hat, and I was like, you are fabulous. Like everywhere. The global travel helps because global style is even more eclectic sometimes in some countries than it is here. And I love picking up on those. And then I have some influencers that I just stan.
Who are they?
I'm gonna get her name wrong, but is it the Modern Housewife in New York City? Who has a very eclectic style, lots of really dramatic dresses, lots of color and color matching and like mixed prints and over the top exaggerated things with sneakers as well as shoes, and she is a housewife and she's a mom and she does all that with all of those roles, and I love that. And she does hats. She just released a hat line, and the hats are really cute too. And I can't wear hats, but I love seeing other people in hats. Tiffany M. Battle is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do I stand for? I stand for Erykah Badu in general.
Yes.
She can do nothing wrong in my eyes. I love her music. I don't always love her politics and her social position on things.
Yeah, because she be coming for Beyonce, and I don't appreciate that. But anyway.
A little too much.
A little too much. She was doing way too much.
Too much.
But I love her style and the eclectic nature of like the stuff that she does and expressing yourself creatively. So if you ever see me in a pair of gigantic furry boots with tentacles, you just know that
I eat it up though.
Yes.
Like, let's be for real.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it actually.
Thank
this look
you.
to come through.
But yeah, everywhere, everybody.
Well, on the flip side, what got you interested with being a content creator or being on social media? So you mentioned earlier about it being the balance between like the analytical data side at work and you just having an outlet.
Yes.
But what actually wanted you to push forward and have an actual platform where you show your...
I joined Instagram on a whim because tech folks are normally first mover on tech. So joined Instagram when Instagram first came out. Like, we don't know what we're going to do with it, so just joined. And never really did a lot with it. And then I went gray. And I had no real choice. Once you go white in the front, like, it's a kind of a done deal. You can't continue to dye because it comes in every week or every couple of days. And people started following me because of the gray hair, which I thought was, that was my reaction. Like, y'all really like the gray hair? That's.
Oh, I was just wondering why they, like, what about the...
I think it's because there's not that many people that actually embrace it.
Fair.
And as a woman is different. Like, to be a guy and to be a member of the Silver Fox Squad, they get Essence walk-ons and flown out and to do brand deals in the whole nine. For the women, it's like, we don't have a Silver Fox equivalent. And a couple of ladies have tried to stand something up, like put that group together, and it just doesn't hit because, not to get all political, but women over a certain age aren't perceived the same as men over a certain age. You can be...
Okay, let's get political.
Okay.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Because Sean Connery held it down forever.
Yeah.
And you see George Clooney. I'm trying to think of, like, men who are gray hair, and the Silver Fox Squad, of course. Name one woman who's gone gray that people are like, she's sexy.
I don't know. But I mean, I've seen creators, like influencer people that are gray, that like have like a big following, or like older people that turn models. I don't remember that lady's name.
But
she's
they
older and she
do
has
it
blonde hair.
because-
Jocelyn Johnson was in Essence, and she's got
she has
long,
long,
straight
gray
gray hair. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know like influencers, like maybe hair influencers, like maybe
Right.
big or something like that, but not necessarily like, oh, they're so fine. Like,
Yeah, so that might be why I got a following. Like, I don't know.
because they're not seeing it in the mainstream.
Yeah.
Right.
So then they have you.
Right.
And whoever the other lady you named.
Yeah.
And Road Girl, there's a bunch of them now. But I was a loose natural back then, so I was doing weird, crazy things with gray in my hair, and people were like, well, that's kind of cool. Let me figure out like new ways to style, and it kind of just picked up from that. The interest in fashion has been a lifelong thing, so.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah, we can tell. It's in you.
Yeah, when you know what I'm saying? When
it's
you're
like
not faking it, you
effortless.
can just feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's effortless.
I
I feel like that's
appreciate
what stood out about you when I first met you. Like, I was like, she's interesting. I like your style. Like, I don't know. It's just something.
I
You
try.
have
It
something.
was a necklace for me.
Oh, yeah, the necklace. It was
The
just like
necklace was
everything.
a
Like, the whole
lot.
vibe was just like, I want to talk to her. She seems interesting.
Here we are.
Here we are. Now she's on the podcast.
And I played my little corner. Like, I stay in my zone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and you're a Taurus. I just thought about that
Yes.
too.
Oh,
yes. Big
yes.
Taurus season.
Yes.
Happy
Yes,
belated birthday.
big Taurus energy.
Yes, happy
also.
belated.
I have the same birthday as Busta Rhymes and Cher.
Oh,
It says a lot
nice.
about
Okay.
like who I am as a person.
Yes. So with that, individuality is so important in fashion, obviously, but sometimes it comes with the need to break or bend the rules. So what was one fashion rule that you always followed or often broke? Or what is one fashion item you can't live without?
Ooh, rule. Like the white before and the black before after has always been like that's just
that's
dumb.
like an old
it's super old and dumb.
Yeah, my grandparents used to be saying stuff like that.
Oh, the white before Labor Day and all that stuff.
Yeah, like if I want to wear white in the middle of winter or in the middle of summer or whatever, and same with black. Although like I'm burned up right now, but so that's one. I don't know and I hate to focus on.
That was a construct for racism, but yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Yeah, so that's a good rule to be breaking.
Yes. As a person over a certain age, you're supposed to dress a certain way. Mm-hmm. And people always want you to be my mother, rest in peace and love her, we used to fight about my hair all the time. Because over a certain age, you're supposed to be conservative. And if you want good government jobs or good tech job or good corporate job, you're supposed to adhere to the rules. I'm like, it's not my thing, and I'm not necessarily there for that. Like, they pay me, and the rules don't say I can't do this, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, but you can't. But I did, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't intentionally go out the way like, let me look at this rule. Okay, I'm gonna break that one today.
Right.
But if there's a convention that people think about the way that women over a certain age or of a certain classification are supposed to dress, I'm probably going to push the envelope.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wear long hair, even though they say you're not supposed to have long gray hair because it ages you. I'm going to wear my hair long until I don't feel like wearing it long anymore. And I'm going to wear certain clothes like I got a little crop top on today. Y'all can't see right now, but yes, I have a crop top on. Period. Is the Semi
Moonlight
on the SI cover?
Oh,
was it Semi or no Ebony Noir?
Oh no, it was Cammie. Cammie Crawford.
I know Cammie. I love Cammie
Sports
too.
Illustrated, you mean?
Yes.
The dark skinned girl.
Yes.
I can't think of her name. Yes. I love her.
Amazing. And her SI runway walk. Like, that's the kind of thing that like makes me really love fashion. Her SI runway walk was everything. Yeah. I get excited about stuff like that.
Me too. I love to see it.
So we truly believe that fashion is a statement, and every time you get dressed, you're making some type of, or you're ending some type of sentence, or making some type of sentence. When you get dressed for the day, what statement are you making, or what do you have in your mind?
It is truly expression of who I am as a person and the way I want to represent in the world. That's a everyday thought, but it could vary from day. Like today, I have on my gun show shirt, which has a skull with a red. I don't know if they can see that, with a red beard on it. Gun Show is a restaurant in Atlanta. The chef used to be on Top Chef, James Beard awarded. And the food is amazing, but also it's a very Atlanta shirt. And I take Atlanta everywhere I go because I lived there for a long time. So it went with the sambas, but also like I like to bring Atlanta into situations because people think Atlanta is this. I'm like, no, Atlanta could be whatever you want it to be. So, yeah. So that part varies. Like some days it's I want to.
How you feel?
But
the thesis is always the same.
Yes.
Walking in the room authentically.
Period.
All right, so we're at the segment in our show where we raise a glass and that's where we show love to anybody that has been inspiring us, anybody that we love to see what they're doing. So Lynn, do you have a person in mind that you would like to raise a glass to?
I do. Okay. It might be an obscure reference. You all familiar with Carolyn Wanga from Essence? The CEO of Essence?
I think so.
Red locks, very ethnic hairstyles.
Yep.
I love her because, well, it's inspiring, but also she came up through the ranks at Target. And you would think Target, before, back then, fairly traditional, somewhat conservative. And here's this woman, she presents like us, Afrocentric. I don't know if we still use that term, but she looks like us.
Yeah.
And went from front-end sales associate to C-level. And people don't think that that's possible. They also think that you have to conform to do that. Right. And she didn't. Yeah. And then she left on her own terms, too, and I love that. So, yeah. She's on LinkedIn. She's very inspiring.
Well, congratulations to her.
Yes. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you. I want to raise a glass today to Quinta Brunson because this past week she won the Peabody Trailblazer Award. And we all know that Quinta is a trailblazer. We talk about her a lot on our show. I just want to raise a glass to her because I just feel like she's just doing her thing in her own way. And I love how connected she is to the culture and pushing it forward. And I also love that she even said, like, she doesn't allow, like, her writers to be, like, on social media for Abbott Elementary. Because, you know, people say, oh, we want this person on Abbott, or we want this, or what about this storyline? And she wants it to be so natural and so true to, like, what they're truthfully thinking in the writer's room and all of that. So I love that. So I love Quinta. So just want to cheers to Quinta.
Cheers
for her Peabody, because that is a huge accomplishment.
Yes.
Huge honor.
And to go from BuzzFeed to where she is now.
Yes. Was she like a copywriter or something?
Well, I don't know what her actual title was, but I know she
definitely
made
worked there.
videos.
Yeah, she made videos and stuff. Yeah.
That's crazy. 10 years ago, high school. And she's talking about large, and now she has a Peabody Award. Yeah.
Right.
That is crazy.
I think that is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes when you're in certain positions, you just don't see how can you get far from like where you are. And I think that's a testament to like young people coming up. Like you really can. Her and Issa, I think, are huge testaments to that. Like they're like, it makes me feel like, oh, maybe I actually can do that. It doesn't seem so far-fetched.
Yeah.
Their own way too. Like they carved out their own path.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they didn't wait for it to be handed to them. Like I want my own show, so I'm actually going to create it myself on YouTube. And then I'm going to see how far I can go to this. And then now have Insecure, I have Abbott, I have all of these things. So
lesson in just getting started.
Exactly.
Right.
Just doing
and using your circle around you. That's what Issa always says too.
Yeah.
Use people around you.
Very much so.
Yes.
And before I'm gonna give mine as well, but going back to an answer you gave earlier on how you balance, and you mentioned how at the time, like when you made the decision to go back to school, work full time, be a mom, you reach out to your community for people to help with after school and daycare and all that stuff. And I think maybe that's really the answer to it. When we ask the question, we're like asking you, how do you balance? But the more so is, it sounds like it's more of a community effort.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we really have to lean into your chosen folks to help you out there. Like, so we cannot do it by ourselves.
We can't.
But we can do it.
You can do it.
I think
exactly.
That's a very
and
important
our
one.
chosen, and the people that's our community may not be the people that you just assume. It may not be your mom and your dad or something. It may be a great friend that you met through work, or it may be your best friend, or even a relationship possibly. Like it can be whoever, but as long as they're helping you, helping each other to get through that time.
Sometimes there's some folks on the internet that are like they will come for you in real life if you allow them to. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Super true.
Well, I'm raising glass this week to K Tronada. Recently, he just released his latest album, and I have been bumping it over and over again. So that's something else I've been streaming. Music over and over again. Of course, still Cowboy Carter, but certainly raising my glass to K Tronada for this beautiful masterpiece. And all of our friends are on there. Not friends, but I call them friends in my head. But like Duran Bernard is on there. Some really great musicians. And I know also Tim's just released a new album.
Tim's released as well.
And that was eating as well. So raising a glass to those two.
K Tronada is amazing.
Amazing.
The vibes
And
are crazy.
Duran is a movement.
Yeah.
Durand is my fave.
He is a movement on his own.
Yes.
His own.
I just love the good music. Like bring back the dancing music. I told y'all it's a Tyler summer. Tyler done set it off with the album. Bring it. Let's keep going because the dancing music. I feel like this summer that's what we need.
Yes.
We need the music to get people back on the dance floor.
Yes. That part.
I'm trying to be at the beach with my wine cooler.
I'm literally convinced that makes people happy. And when people are happy, they act better in all spaces.
The music that actually is going to get you, you're not just sitting there looking around. Like you're actually having a good time.
Right.
So, we need that this
summer. We should go to do these things.
Yes.
Well, that wraps us up. Thank you so much, Lynne.
Thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Before we go, though, of course, we'll put these in the description box below. But where can people follow you? How can they tap into what you have going on?
L2 Lifestyler everywhere.
L2.
Anywhere. IG, TikTok, Threads. Everywhere.
Yes.
Perfect. L2 Lifestyler. We'll put it in the description box below.
Yes.
So follow us, follow her. And make sure you subscribe to our email list and join our vibrant community. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram, X,
Everything.
Facebook.
Yes.
And subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
I think I did it all without stopping that time.
Yes,
so proud of myself.
Yes.
But yeah, anything else for you, Brigethia?
No, but thank you so much for coming. We're so happy to have you. And this is our first time we had someone in tech. I feel like.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So welcome.
Thank you. Yes. We should send some more folks your way.
Yeah, you should. Totally. No, we love it. But thank you again. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it. We're so excited for this episode. I think people are going to learn a lot. Yes. Conversation was amazing, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, until next time, guys.
Until next time.
Cocktails and culture.
Get it from my baby, what's now?